Good morning, YouTube. Well, this morning my 97 Chevy S10, I decided to fix the light switch. Not all light switches are the same. As you can see, they look the same, but they're not the same. I watched a video. This one had 3 leaves on it that controlled the power and where it flows to your headlights and this and that. And I decided to check mine out because the guy says, wait, don't replace it, repair it. I'm like, okay, good. I'm down for saving money, right? So I dug into it just like he dug into his, just like, guys, people, period, we're curious. So I dug into it. I bent back these 4 little tabs a little bit, little plastic retainers that keep the cover on, and I was able to get it open. And it's got one little hole right there at the top, which retains both buttons through this shaft right there. And then it has these 2 little swiveling switches that are on it that make connections to the connections. Well, they bridge the connections to where they function correctly. Now, I am not a mechanic, I'm not a certified electrician or anything of that nature. I kind of have a basic understanding how electricity flows. But before, these things had a lot of corrosion and patina on it. Like on the backside, you might see that little bit of corrosion right there. I'm trying to show you guys. Anyways, I cleaned that off, and then I took these out individually, like this, okay? Cleaned the very tip of that, and the back side, which is the other connection. Made sure I didn't lose the little spring-loaded knob up here that keeps it in place. And then I cleaned inside there. As you can see, I scraped it up pretty good. That's just to get the contacts all clean. So, after doing all that, on both sides, mind you, because there's no sense in just doing one side, right? Okay. You place it all back together. Little knob first, because it goes down on, and it's got a little leg. As you can see, that little leg that fits inside the nub right there, or excuse me, fits inside the bridge connector. See what I'm saying? You see how it fits inside that little notch? Yeah. And then this one comes above and fits into the other notch, and the top case pin, the plastic pin that holds, is going to hold it there. And you'll know that you're right if it goes down nice and easy. And if you're wrong and you need to change the placement of the buttons, I gave them a little wiggle, just a little bit though, just a little bit, and pop, they pop right in place. Okay, then afterwards, but I forgot to tell you the most important part. Stupid. On the connectors, the little bridge connectors that slide back and forth, those little fingers that I showed you, I gave it just a bump down, just bent it down just a little bit so it makes increased tension there, because they're spring loaded. So after time, the surface is going to get worn out by moving back and forth on the contacts. And you're over there pressing harder thinking that's going to make it work. No, it's going to make it worse. So, the contact being like this, each side is flat, okay? And one contacts the ground over there, and one contacts the lead over there. Now, I bent it down a little further. That's it. Put it back in, and it worked. So, I just thought I'd upload this video because not all of these things are the same. But typically, the fix is. You lose space on your video, or excuse me, you lose space on your video. Yeah, just about. If you lose space on your connector, you need to upgrade that space. You need to build more materials, so you can't do that without bracing it. So what do? You bend it just a hair. Not enough to make any kind of real angle on it, but just enough to point it down just a little bit so it gets firmer contact with the other materials in there. And then you should be good, Put the puzzle back just the way you found it. You're good to ride. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I hope this helps you with your S10 97 problem.